Hi boys and girls, it's day 8 now. So we're on lesson 8 of Super Kids. And if you can see the board, we've got a list of words that have an R controlled vowel in there somewhere. So the first one is sport. Sport. That has an O-R, or. Then we have fork. Same thing, or. Cord, short, and storm. On this side we have rooster sounds. Remember? Stir, bird, girl, first, and third. Third. Okay? So R controlled means the vowel is being taken over by the R. So all you really hear is the sound of the R. Okay? So next we'll see dictation for today. Alright, so listen for number 1. You need to have your pencil and paper ready. Number 1.
Bird. A bird made a nest on my porch. Bird.
Alright, number 1 was bird. Number 2.
Third. Sal visited the fire station for the 3rd time. Third.
Okay, third. Number 3.
First. What is the first step in this project? First.
Okay, first. Number 4.
Stir. Mom let Hot Rod stir the cake mix. Stir.
Okay, so your words were bird, third, first, and stir. And here's your sentence.
I know that girl. I know that girl.
I know that girl. Know is a memory word and a spelling word this week. Alright, there's the sentence. I know that girl. Alright, now we're going to get our Super Kid workbook out and get on page 81. Alright, page 81 today in the Super Kid workbook. Alright, so the letters that we have learned that can stand for R, the R control vowels are E-R, I-R, and U-R, the rooster sounds, and Okay, and then we've also talked about O-R, or, and A-R, the pirate sound that says R. Okay, but they're all what we call R control vowels. Okay, so usually A-R stands for R, like in far. Okay, and O-R says or, like in for. Alright, the letters E-A-R usually sound like they do in the word ear, because that's how ear is spelled, E-A-R. Okay, like in the word hear and ear. Okay, but on this page, we're going to be talking about some trickers, things that try to trick you when you're saying the R sound, the rooster sound, the R control. Okay, they're trickers because the letters A-R, O-R, and E-A-R do not stand for their usual sounds. Instead, they all stand for like in earth. Okay, so they're going to make an sound. Alright, so let's look at this first thing of triggers. Okay, so the first one is A-R that says and the first example is dollar. So if you look at the word dollar, it has A-R, and you might think, well, that's the pirate sound R, so it would be dollar. We don't say dollar, do we? It's dollar. So it's tricking us with the sound instead of an R. That's why they're calling it triggers. Okay? So you're going to underline the A-R in the word, read the word out loud, and then you're going to circle the picture word. And so in this one, we know it was dollar, so we're gonna circle the picture of the dollar. That's a doll, but the whole word doesn't just say doll, it says dollar, doesn't it? Okay, now remember these all are in a column with AR. So in this one, and if you're following the directions it gave you, you're going to underline the AR and circle the word. Underline, and this word is collar. Collar. Is this a collar or is that a collar? I'm thinking this. This is a dog, and that is a dog called a collie, but not a collar. Alright, this one, number 3, the word is calendar. And we know this looks like a calendar. This is a cabin, like Abraham Lincoln lived in a log cabin, but this is a calendar. Alright, on this row of words, the OR this time is going to have the And number 4, if you look at that word, WORM, and remember we're not saying or, so it's not warm, it's worm, worm. Or we know actually easily that this is a worm, right? That's a whale. Alright, look at number 5. The word is tractor. The OR says That's easy. There's a tractor. Alright, this one, this is a doctor. The OR says Of course, that man right there is a doctor. He has a white coat and a stethoscope. Alright, the last row has EAR, but remember, instead of saying ear, it's going to say So, number 7, the word is learn. What all of you are doing, right? Learn. Alright, this is EAR. It doesn't say ear, it says Pearl. Pearl. Is that a pearl? That a pearl. That looks like an orange. These are pearls. Remember, pearls are pretty white, round, little things that come out of an oyster. The oyster is a soft little creature, and when something like sand gets in their shell, they put layers and layers around it to make it into something beautiful, a pearl. Alright, and number 9, search. The EAR is saying search. And so, which one of these? That's a church. That rhymes with search, but this, Lily has on binoculars so that she can look. So she's going to search. Alright, so that's that page for today. Alright, and let's see what else we've got. Alright, we're going to page 82. This all erased. Alright, on page 82, I see our memory words at the top of the page. Alright, so it's taking its time to get there. Here we go. Alright, on this page it says pink memory words at the top of the page. We're going to be reading them and figuring out which word goes in the sentence, the missing word for the sentence that would make sense. So look at number 1. Sal is learning what a firefighter blank. Okay, so one strategy for trying this is putting in the word every time to see if it makes sense. So Sal is learning what a firefighter again, what a firefighter both, what a firefighter cold, what a firefighter does. That makes sense, doesn't it? What a firefighter does. That's what he's learning. Okay, so we're going to put the word does, and we scratch it out when we're done. Number 2, the firefighters test the hose. The spray is blank. Is it again, both, cold? The water is probably cold coming out of it, isn't it? So we're going to pick cold for that one. Alright, number 3, the firefighters blank and joke with Sal. Well, usually when you tell a joke, if it's funny, you laugh, right? So laugh would go in that blank. Firefighters laugh and joke with Sal. Number 4, when the alarm rings, the fire chief blank what to do. All right, they've added an S there so that the word goes there, but there's an S on the end of it, okay? So we already know we've used does and told and laugh. So when the alarm rings, the fire chief blank what to do. How about knows? He knows what to do. Number 5, blank fire trucks hurry to the fire. Okay, there's how many fire trucks? There's 2. So 2 would be both fire trucks. And number 6, Sal will visit the fire department blank another day. So if you've crossed them all out, the only one left is again. He will visit the fire department again another day. All right, so on this day, usually at school, we reread the story that we've already read. So that can be your job later after the videos to go back and read the story about the fire station and Sal. Fire was the name of it, right? Okay, and so one thing we also do is talk about the lasting lesson. And the lasting lesson of this story is helping your community. So your community is everybody who lives all around you in your town or your neighborhood. And the children in this community that we talk about with Super Kids are all the Super Kid friends, right? So Cass, Oswald, Golly, Sal. All right, so Sal likes to visit the fire department in his neighborhood or community. And how do firefighters help a community? We had firefighters come and visit us back in October during Fire Safety Month. So what do they do? What do they do that's important? They do a lot, don't they? They put out fires if somebody's house is on fire, or if somebody is in a terrible car accident, they come and they have something called the Jaws of Life to open the car up and save the person inside. They might even help you if your cat gets stuck in a tree. It might be something little, but they are very helpful, right? We would not want to have our community without firemen, firefighters. All right, they also come to schools like our school and tell kids about how to stay safe in case their house ever does catch on fire, right? And they told us that number to call. Remember the number? 911. And stop, drop, and roll. To never stay in a house that's burning or try to go back in. Do we try to save our toys or cat or dog? We don't. We don't go back in a burning house. We go out, we have a meeting place, we'd have a smoke detector, all that kind of good stuff, right? All right, so every community needs helpers to help keep their community safe and nice. Can you think of other community helpers that we might have besides firefighters? What about policemen? That's very important. I wouldn't want to have a community without policemen. In this story, Sal helped the firefighters by teaching them Spanish. Do you think there are other ways that kids could help in their own community? What about picking up trash off the side of the road, right? Litter that people just dump out. Could you collect pennies or money to give to somebody who needs it? Or what about canned goods? We've collected canned goods for something called MICA in our town, haven't we? There's lots of things that you can do to help in your community. You don't have to just know how to speak Spanish like Sal did. All right, so we're also going to go ahead and do the next page in your Super Kid workbook because this Friday is Good Friday, and so we actually aren't going to be having any kind of schoolwork because it's a special day, it's a holiday. We wouldn't have been in school on Friday even if we had been back in school like normal. So we'll go ahead and do page 83 today also, so that Thursday you'll take your spelling test. That'll be kind of like a Friday. So we're doubling up on our work today. All right, on page 83, the sentences tell about the story Fire, but each sentence is missing details that tell what happened in the story. So your job is to look at the sentence starter and finish it by finding the detail out of the story. And if you need to go back and look at the story, that's perfectly fine. You can do that. This is going to take a little bit of time. So there's 2 handwriting lines for each one. So you can just go and finish that on your own by looking back at the story. Okay? All right, so now this next page we'll do together, page 84, and you'll go back and do page 83 by yourself. But let me get to page 84. Okay, so if you're on page 84 now, so you can look at the top and you see all kinds of R-controlled vowel sounds that we've been learning about. There's ER, IR, UR, AR, OR, and the EAR, which is a tricker that looks like ear, but it really says okay? So the job for us today on this page is to look at the picture and read the word under it. Okay, so look at number 1. The first one is a picture of a bird. All right. Okay, so the same sound is spelled differently in these words. So there's bird, and then they've got their hand like this, herd, and card. Okay. So the 2 of the words in this box have the same sounds, and they are rhyming words. So what 2 words out of those 3 words rhymes? Bird, herd, card. It's kind of tricky, but it's bird and herd. Even though they're not spelled the same, they sound the same. The AR in card makes it different than the other 2. Okay? So sometimes rhyming words are not always spelled exactly the same. All right, so you're going to circle the 2 words in each box that have the same sound. Okay? All right, so you can look now at the next box, the number 2 box. You've got learn, star, turn. Which 2 words rhyme? Learn, star, turn. That one's easier. It's learn and turn. Number 3, corn, doctor, dollar. That's also really easy, right? Doctor, dollar. All right, number 4. We got shirt, worm, alarm. Shirt, worm, alarm. I don't know about any of those. They don't really sound the same to me at all. Shirt and worm have an sound. Alarm has an R. So maybe it's supposed to be shirt and worm. I don't know. Sometimes they make mistakes. Number 5, burn, barn, earn. Burn and earn. Number 6, car, curl, twirl. That one's easy. Curl and twirl. All right. So that's all of the Super Kids workbook for this week. Well, actually it's for these 2 days. I'm sorry. There will be one more page tomorrow when we do the spelling test on Thursday. I think there might be one more page to work on. Yeah, it's a crossword puzzle. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do and look at really quickly is a super duper, and it's about hot, since we're talking about fire and burn. So let stuff if it will come up on the screen here. Maybe. Let's see. There he goes. Okay, so you can sort of see in the background that says super duper hot stuff. And you can see in the background the picture is a volcano, and volcanoes are very hot. Okay, so it's going to ask us to say this is hot, but something is hotter. Alright, so heat from a fire is hot. Snap, pop, a fire crackles, flames leap and flicker. Campers stay back so the fire doesn't burn them. A fire is hot, but some things are hotter. Heat from the earth. It is very hot at the center of the earth. That heat can send hot water gushing from a hole at the bottom of the sea. That's called a black smoker. A black smoker can be hotter than a fire, but some things are even hotter. Deep inside the earth, rock gets so hot that it melts, and the melted rock can rise and come out of the ground. That melted rock is hotter than a black smoker, but some things are even hotter. That stuff is called lava. Lava. Heat from the sky. A streak of lightning is only as wide as 2 of your fingers, but it lights up the sky. Flash. Lightning is hotter than melted rock. But some things are even hotter. The sun is a vast ball of hot gas that heats the earth. If the sun were farther away, the earth would be too cold. If the sun were closer, it would be too hot for any life on our planet. The center of the sun is much hotter than lightning, but one thing is even hotter. What could be hotter than the center of the sun? Ooh, a sizzling star. These are blue stars. You can't feel their heat. They are much too far away. But blue stars are hotter than the sun. Nothing that you can see is hotter. So hotter than the sun is a what? A sizzling star. They said it's blue. We can't feel them because they're too far away from us. So who can imagine something so hot? All right, boys and girls. Well, that is all for today. We will meet back tomorrow on our YouTube videos for me to give you your spelling test. And I have a couple of Easter stories that I'll read you because Easter is coming this weekend. And in case you don't remember, we did this before you left. Look at our, back there. Whoop, can we see it? Here we go. Our beautiful Easter basket we made with all our pretty eggs and our Easter bunny. And we're not even getting to enjoy them, but anyway. All right, well, I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.